Setting up the SRX1200 M1 version to scan for a single coded frequency. As you can see, the user is none and we're offline, and you must be in idle to make any changes to a receiver. So you log on, clicking on the log on button, and number 1 for log on, then enter the password, which is defaulted to 123456. And now it shows on the LCD panel, keypad is online and the mode is idle. Set up for a particular single frequency ID, go to code log, go to 1 for scan setup. 1 here in scan setup is to choose the configuration. You don't have to do that, you're already in configuration 1. And now you're going to set up your scan settings. So we're going to hit 2 for scan settings and 1 for parameter, and now we're going to select a scan time. Normally it's a half second longer than your burst interval of your tag, so I'm going to enter, in my case of a 5-second tag, so I'm going to enter 05.5, and there's also an option for a total scan time, but since we're on a single frequency and we're not a data logger, we don't require that. It's just to save power if you're in a data logging station. So 1 for scan time. Now we hit end escape 1 time. We're going to choose some options. I'm just going to show it visually. There's 3 different options here. TOA stands for timeout on acquisition. That if you're using multiple frequencies and you're doing a bit of testing, once you get an event, it just jumps to the next frequency and antenna. But since we're only using a single coded frequency, it won't require that, as well as CRTO, which stands for continuous record timeout. Just bunches up similar code values for a specified period of time. And of course, GPS is what it says. You turn on the GPS through this button here. Since M1s don't have GPS, it's not applicable for this situation. So we're going to hit end escape 1 time. And if you see these small greater than signs, then there's always something else. So you hit the enter key and you'll get the next options. You can see site code. If you want to give it a specific site for a data logging station, it's one way to do it. So now I'm going to go back space, and now I'm going to get out of this option, end escape, by hitting end escape. And here you see those greater than signs again. So we've already got our scan settings done. We'll go to the next page, and that's frequency and channels. So we're going to go for number 3. We're going to, as you can see here, there's no frequencies chosen, no channel or frequency chosen. So now we're going to 1 for add, and now we're going to key in our frequency. In my case, it's 150.680, and then it's going to give you the option. It's going to give you, is this a beeper tag, a BPM type tag, an ID only, and then we can hit enter, and it should give us sensors, even odd sensors, ID plus 100, motion sensors. So you have quite a few options here. I don't believe M1 will allow you to use sensors. We can always check here. Yes, it says receiver model does not support sensors. This is a stripped down version of an M2. Anyway, we'll go back 1 page, and then we'll select 2 for ID only. In this particular case, if you have BPM, you set it for BPM, and then you're allowed to give it various window sizes, and that's listening on for a number of milliseconds. We'll go to 2 for ID only, and as you can see, there's quite a few code sets: Low-Tech 3, Low-Tech 4, Low-Tech 5, and Low-Tech 6M available on our new receivers. In this case, I'm choosing Low-Tech 3. You'll be able to see it when you get your configuration. And we're done on this page, so we can just hit End Escape. And now we're going to see the greater than signs. So we're going to just move on by pressing Enter again. Antennas, there's no filters available on this particular M1 series, and of course no sensors. So all we have left is antennas, so we're going to choose 4, and you're only allowed the main type here, so we're going to choose 1, and then we're going to set a gain. Now, going out in the field, if you're in a fisheries environment, you'd probably set your gain at about 60. If you're in air, I would suggest 60 as well. Don't go too high up initially. You're just trying to figure out how far. And when you get your transmitters initially, I would just test that range with your antenna and your receiver. So I'm going to just set my gain here. Since I'm in an office situation, I'm going to set it down to 20 by pressing 1 and then 20. And it should kick you back out again. And that's it. I'm done. So as far as that goes, I'm out. I got my channel, the time it's going to sit on that channel, and now I'm going to hit End Escape one more time, and now I'm going to choose 2 to start, and what it's going to do is start monitoring. Okay, so now you see a screen. It's monitoring for an ID tag using low-tech 3 on channel 1, the first channel, at 150 680 megahertz, and it's using the main antenna, and the gain is set at 20. Now, I'm going to be starting the tag here in a few seconds, and we should see something on the screen, which you will see if I have an antenna in there. And we should see the maximum signal strength at 250. And you'll see that ID value of 19. Well, the signal strength for yours will be significantly less unless you're in the office with a gain of 20. And it will show you an ID if you have ID type tags. And that's how you set it up using the keypad. You can do this in the field or in the office, as I've done here.